Don't think that because you're doing both at the same time, they both suck. It's not. Now, real quick before we get started, I just want to make sure that you guys know that the first 7 days of my kettlebell program, Project Bellplex, are free. Project Bellplex is my take on functional kettlebell training. And in it, you're going to be building functional strength, conditioning, and mobility. You're going to be learning how to use kettlebells in a safe and efficient way. You're going to be doing workouts you actually enjoy doing. And most importantly, you're going to be doing all of those things in a time-efficient manner. So go ahead and click the link below this video to get started with your free trial today. What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to give you 4 reasons why you should be using kettlebell complexes. Now, real quick, I'm obviously biased towards the kettlebell complex, but anything that I talk about today, I just want you to take as an overarching concept for complexes in general. If kettlebells aren't your thing, then that's totally fine. Take what I talk about and apply that to barbells, dumbbells, sandbags, body weight. Yes, you can do body weight complexes, all right? So everything I talk about, it applies to any piece of equipment that you like to use. So again, if you don't really like using kettlebells, that's totally fine. But everything that we're gonna go over in this video can be applied to anything and is great information for you to take into your workouts, all right? So just keep that in mind as we go through this video. I am gonna be saying kettlebells or using kettlebells as examples and demonstrations for the sake of this video, just because that's my thing, okay? But take this information and apply it to whatever works best for you. All right, reason number 1 you should be using kettlebell complexes is they are great to build strength and conditioning simultaneously. Yes, you can do both at the same time. Everybody chill out, all right? Look, I've been a trainer for 12 years now. I've had a ton of people that I've trained. I've had a ton of people reach out to me on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff. No one has ever said, I want to be the strongest person in the entire world, or I want to be the most conditioned person in the entire world. Or not that many people have asked that, right? Maybe a few have, but for the most part, most people are looking to do a combination of both and be pretty good at both of them. They're not looking to set world records in either one. So being able to do both of them at the same time is really convenient for them. And some of the reasons that that is so convenient, we're gonna get to later in this video, so I don't wanna spoil any of that. So I'm not gonna get too into it, but yes, you can do both. If you do 3 rows into 3 cleans, into 3 push press, and then 3 front squats, you are building strength as long as you've got a heavy enough kettlebell, and you are most certainly building conditioning. If you've ever done something like that, you know as soon as you do that, you are breathing heavy, all right? You're getting stronger, your heart rate is going up, you can do both of them at the same time. Are you gonna be world class at either one of them? No, but that's okay, because most people aren't looking for that, like I've said before, all right? So keep that in mind when you're doing complexes. They're really, really good for that, so you can do a little bit of both. It's fun to do both at the same time, all right? Sometimes doing a super heavy set of back squats and then sitting down for 3 minutes isn't that fun. Or sometimes sitting on a rower for 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is not that fun, all right? So do some complexes so you can do a little bit of both at the same time. I promise you, you can see great progress in both areas, all right? Don't think that because you're doing both at the same time, they both suck. It's not. Are you gonna set world records in either? No, but you can still get really good at both of them. This second reason you should be using kettlebell complexes is they are insanely time efficient, okay? Yes, you can build strength and conditioning at the same time, and you can do it in a time efficient manner, all right? When you put the both of them together, you don't need to spend 45 minutes doing your strength training and then 30 minutes doing your conditioning. You can put them both together, all right? Same example as before, I do 3 rows into 3 cleans, into 3 thrusters. I go right into the other side. If I do that, rest for 90 seconds, and I do that for 7 sets, that probably took me 15 minutes, and I got a hell of a complex in there. I got a nice strength piece, a nice conditioning piece. I can throw in some more stuff into my workout that might take 20, 30 minutes, and I am out of there, right? When you set timers with your complexes, it's a really big help to just kind of keep you on track and keep you staying time efficient, okay? You can get so much done in that complex when you put a few exercises together instead of doing a set of single arm rows and then you rest for a little bit and then you do a set of push press and you rest a little bit, which is fine if you want to do that. But they can be super time efficient by putting them all together, and it's usually not really going to affect one another that much, right? If you can do something for 5 rows and then bang it right up here, you could probably still do however many push press you need to do, okay? So they're going to be a great way for you to do time efficient workouts, especially if you are working out from home and you got kids or you're building a career. Look, we don't have time to spend an hour and a half in the gym 5 days a week. You've got shit going on, all right? Sometimes 30 minutes is all you got. And what better way to capitalize on that 30 minutes and do a badass complex and then maybe some other stuff, or maybe just do a complex the whole time. I've done that plenty of times. You know, you do a 30-minute AMRAP, or every 3 minutes you do a complex for 10 sets. It's a really good way for you to just focus, have one thing going on, and really get in an awesome full body workout in a time efficient manner that you can gain strength and conditioning doing. All right, the third reason I think you should be using kettlebell complexes is one of the main reasons that I like to post them for people to use and utilize is they're a great way to capitalize and maximize a potentially small kettlebell arsenal, all right? I have 30 kettlebells. You probably don't, and most people don't. They might only have a couple. They might have one, and it's some crappy kettlebell sitting in the corner of their Planet Fitness gym, right? But they want to use kettlebells, and it's like, what am I really gonna do with this light one? Well, you can do a complex and put a bunch of exercises together and make exercises harder because you're putting them back to back to utilize that heavy weight, right? If I am a 180-pound guy and I've got a 30-pound kettlebell, swings aren't really gonna be that hard for me. But what if I did 10 rows on each arm, and then I did 10 front squats on each arm, 10 push press, and then I did 10 single arm swings? That is a hell of a complex and a hell of a way to make a light kettlebell definitely feel heavy, all right, and make it tiring. And again, you're gonna get a great conditioning effect in. You can still build some strength with that because you're gonna have a lot of time under tension if you're doing a higher rep complex in that scenario. So even if you have a couple kettlebells, maybe they're a little bit lighter or you just don't have that many, complexes are a good way to start to put some exercises together to make a smaller kettlebell or potentially lighter kettlebell just a little bit more efficient and a little bit more difficult, so you feel like you're getting some work in while potentially using kettlebells for the first time, okay? So I really want you to take that one home. If you're someone who is kind of just like, I don't know about those kettlebells in the gym that I'm at, they're really not gonna work for me, they look too light. Promise you that if you put them together in a decent complex, take one of the ones that I posted on my Instagram and you try that out, and maybe you minimize your rest a little bit, I promise you're gonna feel awesome. You're gonna get a great workout in that is time efficient, you can gain strength doing it, and you can get some good conditioning doing it, and you can utilize a potentially small kettlebell arsenal. So whatever you got access to, grab that kettlebell, start swinging it, start rowing it, start pressing it, put it all together for a dope kettlebell complex. All right, the fourth reason that you should be using kettlebell complexes, and at the end of the day, in my opinion, is probably the most important reason you should be using them, they're fun to do. Look, at the end of the day, if you're watching this video, I will almost guarantee nobody watching this is getting paid to work out. You're not paying your bills to work out through your workouts. You're not putting a roof over your head. You're not feeding your kids, whatever it is. You're working out because you want to feel better, look better, feel better about yourself, whatever it is, because you know you should, you know it's healthy, you know it's good. At the end of the day, if you don't like what you're doing in the gym, you should be switching things up. Look, there are gonna be days you don't really want to go to the gym. That's gonna happen. We wanna fight through those days. It builds character, right? Just like digging holes. Who gets that reference, all right? Anyway, you wanna fight through those days, but if every single day you're going in like, oh, fuck, I don't wanna do this today, we gotta switch things up. If you're getting super bored doing a set of bench press and then sitting there for 2 minutes, we've got to switch things up, okay? You should be fairly excited going into the gym at least a decent amount of the time. Complexes are a great way to do that. A lot of times, just because you're doing something different. If you're really caught up in the drudgery of a bodybuilding routine or traditional strength training routine, which there's nothing wrong with, but it can get boring for some people, if you are in that position, then you should be utilizing kettlebell complexes to try and switch things up a little bit. Grab a kettlebell, do 5 rows, 5 cleans, 5 push press, do the other side, rest a minute and a half, do that 7 times, and tell me you didn't have a good time, right? Even if you just use it as a warm-up, or a little bit of a conditioning piece, or as a cool down at the end. It doesn't have to be your entire workout, but sprinkle it in just to get your juices flowing and get a little bit excited again. And then again, if you use it as a warm-up, then go do your bench press or your chest day or something along those lines. That's totally fine, all right? So if your workouts are feeling a little redundant and you're not liking them, use your kettlebell complexes. They are fun. They're a different way to switch up your workouts. And at the end of the day, we have to like it. If we hate going to the gym, eventually it's just gonna fall the afterburner and we're not gonna be doing it consistently. And now we're not getting healthy, we're not getting stronger, we're not getting more conditioned, we're not getting better for ourselves, for our family, for the people around us that we love, all right? So at the end of the day, I will finish this off with my favorite quote. The man who loves walking will walk farther than the man who loves the destination. So don't work out because you wanna get to point A, I wanna get here, I need to get this result. Work out because you like to work out. If you can find something that you like to do in the gym, then I promise you, you will continue to go, you will see amazing results, and it will be the best time, okay? That's why you need to be doing kettlebell complexes. They are time efficient. You can build strength. You can build conditioning simultaneously. You can have fun in your workouts. And if you have a small kettlebell arsenal, they are a great way to capitalize on that, all right? Go do your kettlebell complexes. If you need help figuring out how to do them, then you already know I got you covered. You should be joining Project Bellplex, my take and my kettlebell program on functional kettlebell training. You're gonna build functional strength. You're gonna be doing time-efficient workouts, all the things we just talked about, and you're gonna be using kettlebell complexes in them. So if you have no idea what to do with your kettlebells or don't know how to do complexes, I got you covered. Your first 7 days are free. Go ahead and click the link below this video and start your free trial today. Like I said, it's free, okay? So try it out. You can try a full week and see if you like it, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, then peace out, no problem. We will virtually shake hands and part ways, no hard feelings at all, okay? Give it a shot. Come join the crew. If you have any questions, hop in the app. You can shoot me a message directly. Go start your free trial today. I'll see you in there.